Hey! I brought it back. Anyway, Tina Noah Barfield here, and welcome to Writers Corners, this time, I guess. So what's been new with me? I found a book in a grocery store parking lot, The Cure for Death by Lightning by Gail Anderson Dargatz. So if any of you have read that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to read it and adopt it and raise it as my own. So yeah, it's just, oh, yeah. And besides the holidays, my girlfriend is also here, and she'll be joining me for the next couple of videos. Still don't know a good way to start, actually. I have no idea.
Orville says we should answer the questions.
Okay, I'm not doing it with the hat, though. It's super hot.
You're still recording.
Okay. I don't care if we're still recording. Hey, we'll be answering your questions now, you ungrateful heathens. I'll probably cut that from the video.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I say I'm always gonna cut things, and then she ends up in it somehow. I think that's kind of the point this time. God, this sweater makes me look so fat. I mean, I love it. Thank you. It makes me look so fat. Okay, so the first question is, what inspires you the most? I think that one's intended for me, but we can both answer it since you're here and everything. I guess. So I'll go first, and you can think about your answer. But what inspires me the most? You, music, TV shows and anime, people I meet that I think should probably die in my books because I can't do anything to them in real life. My YouTube audience, buy my book. And I already said you and my family, right? Yeah, you and my family. What about you? What inspires you the most for all of your creative writer stuff?
Well, you do and everything you tell me to draw.
Yeah,
That's
you sound
very inspiring.
Yeah, you're just my artist slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, or well, one of many kinds of slaves.
Alright, what inspires me the most, other than Noah commanding me to draw things, but definitely books inspire.
Oh yeah, books inspire me too. As a writer, I probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably should have mentioned that, but no, we know. Pretty
Books,
sure
guys.
Understands. Yeah, books inspire me a lot. Movies, music, TV, definitely all of those things.
All the things that you just listed? Yeah. Do you ever base your characters off of her? And to that I say, kind of. I base my characters off of like everybody that I meet, not in a way like, oh hey, random stranger, you're gonna actually appear in my book exactly like that, but like, oh, certain parts of you inspire certain parts of my characters, not in like a creepy like Frankenstein way, but in just like, oh, you're introverted, so now I can base an introverted character off of that specific part of you, or I can do like my mom's, you know, like wanting to laserize people sometimes, or you know, my brother's quietness, or everybody that I know, everybody that I do, but I don't really base any specific character off of her. She's just a great inspiration for a lot of different characters, which is not to say that I don't have certain characters' relationships that aren't based off of ours, like Chen and Maximon from Legend Lands of the Nameless God. They're a cute gay couple, and we're so gay for each other. So that I base that, but that's probably the closest thing. I don't know. Anything perfectly she draws, she probably based off of me.
Yeah, pretty much.
When and why did you start dating? My why being that I liked you, and that I wanted to be with you more in a way that was beyond platonic, that was all intimate, and that included me foot petting you like a dog. I think your why might have been something similar.
Yeah, maybe not so I could pet you with my feet, but yeah, it's because I liked you, and you were one of my only friends at that point, and
yeah,
we clicked really well.
So when did we start dating? I know it. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was like about 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah. Fun fact, so we met at a Renaissance dance,
Mhm.
a homeschool Renaissance dance. I was graduated at the time, but I graduated early, so I was still 17, and she was 17 as well. She's a couple weeks older than me, actually. Older woman. And so we met at this Renaissance dance, and they were like, you have to be like dressy, or you have to dress in Renaissance garb. I was like, oh man, I have no pantaloons, so I couldn't do Renaissance garb. And so, like, well, you know, just wear slacks and dress up shirts and stuff. But I was like, I don't have slacks. So I wore jeans. I wore jeans, and I wore these Converse, and maybe not these Converse. I wore shoes and jeans. I wore a gray button-up shirt with a tie, the Eldridge knot, you guys have seen it. And I wore my leather jacket. And this little nerd was in like a full Renaissance dress with a headdress and everything.
I had a costume, a full-on costume. It was the dorkiest thing ever.
It was so cute, and we made quite a pair, wouldn't you know? She has plenty of leather of her own now, but
leather jackets and stuff.
Yeah, amongst other things. Oh, that sounded awful.
You sound awful.
Shut up, baby. So this next question, I believe, was also from Iris, and I'll quote it exactly. So she asked, if you get married, may I be your best man / maid of honor / flower girl with a fanny pack instead of a basket, parentheses, please, PLZ, close parentheses. And to that, I say, almost, but no, because you spelled please, PLZ.
Now I won't have any bridesmaids.
You can have your sister.
She doesn't want to do it.
Yes,
you can.
So the next question is, how long have you all been together? Well, I think I answered this already. You answered it.
Yeah.
About 2 years at this point. So another question that was asked was, do you write as well? Yeah, she does. It's fantastic. It's super dark. It's like a great Edgar Allan Poe kind of thing, only more modern. And I love to read it, but she never writes anything for me to read. And it's publicly accessible, and it annoys me. But she always reads what I write, so I guess that's okay. It just feels like an unequal partnership here, but I guess she's just different. Oh, this next question I just threw in here because it was meant for me. Somebody asked me, do I know when I'm going to do the video on the publishing process? No, I don't. It'll probably be after she leaves, or maybe like at the end of whenever she's here, whenever she's doing like seeing a movie with my mom or something. And then maybe I'll do it. But I don't know, guys. I'm spending like every single second I can with this girl, so yeah, it's really into my feet. The most romantic part of the body.
Clearly.
I covered my ankles so it would be less scandalous. I don't want it flagged for mature content. The next question, I think these are all intended for me, which is weird because I'm like, you're the guest here. But it asks, do I ever get crazy fangirls? Let's let you answer this. Do I ever get crazy fangirls?
I don't know. I mean, like, you're amazing enough to have a lot of crazy fangirls. I mean, well, there was one that I did know personally. But
oh yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't because of my videos or anything. She just saw a picture of me and she was like, I want to date him.
Yeah.
And
but she doesn't like books. She doesn't like reading, and she doesn't like when people talk a lot. Yeah. So I was like, I don't think that will work out.
I like books, I like reading, and I like talking a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed. But my girlfriend Elizabeth, she was like, actually, we're dating. And she was like, I still want him. And
it's like, well, you can buy his book, and even if you don't read it, which you definitely should, then you can at least stare at his picture. Or make lots of creepy photocopies and like hang them all over your wall.
Yeah.
Like,
cover them in your blood, don't actually do that. But didn't she date another guy named Noah?
Yes, she did. And she actually told my sister, well, if I can't have that one, I will just find another. And she did.
Yeah, but that wasn't because of my book or anything like
No,
that.
that was just a weird
That's just because I'm sexy.
Yes.
But no, I don't think I have any crazy fangirls. I don't. She used to have like some stalkers from like Norway or Sweden or someplace.
Yeah, Norway, and then a guy from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Just because she's cute and adorable and used to make the mistake of going on chat rooms as a teenage girl.
Yeah, I did go in chat rooms, but I trolled people.
And the question below that is, would you be jealous of crazy fangirls?
No, I would not be, because you're perfect and I can understand why people would really like you.
Because the fangirls don't share the bed at the end of the night with me.
That's true.
I was gonna say something else, but it's inappropriate for you to right now.
But yeah, I can understand why somebody would be obsessed.
Can,
as long as they understand that I'm his #1 crazy fangirl, then
she can empathize with your craziness.
Yeah.
She just does not condone it if it would interfere with her craziness with me. I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
What's it like dating a writer? What are like that little nose thing she just did was so she wouldn't sneeze. It's like a cat. It's adorable.
It's kind of weird.
It's adorable.
It's my thing.
It's adorable. Trademark. Registered trademark, copyright. Original character, guys. So what's it like dating a writer? What are some of the pros and cons of it, and how do you survive it?
Pros are definitely that there's all of that inspiration and ideas that never stop. Also,
creativity.
If you love to read, you'll never run out of things to read. Because if you're one of those people that has read every book in every library, and there's nothing else left, find yourself a writer. Get yourself a writer, man, or woman, or whoever.
Progressive. We're progressive here.
Yeah, or whoever. Just find a writer, and you'll never run out of stories to read.
Okay.
So
what are some of the things that could be potentially hazardous when dating a writer? Some of the things that you might have to watch out for.
You do have to realize that they might base characters off of you.
Yeah.
Or
and they might die.
Yeah, they might die, so if your character that is you, or one that you at least think is you dies, you don't be mad about it, it's just...
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally.
It's just business.
Yeah, just business. Yeah, if you're a really private person, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't want you to write or tell about that, then, like, it's gonna be something you're gonna have to cope with. Like, it doesn't bother me personally, I'm pretty much an open book. Yeah, then there's writing requires a lot of work, so it's not like they just go to a job and they come home. They might have an idea at 4 o'clock in the morning, turn on the light and be like, I gotta write this down. Like, no one tries to keep to a schedule for the most part, but I know, like, a lot of writers can be, like, spontaneous.
They don't do that.
I do that.
No, other writers don't.
Don't keep to a schedule.
Yeah, they don't keep to a schedule.
Alright, yeah, I'm the one when I get writing ideas, which none of you will ever read. But,
or will they?
Or, you know. Then I'll, like, just wake up in the middle of the night and start typing something, so I know a lot of writers do that, or you have to, like, give them their space while they write, so you can't, like, just attack them with cuddles or demand that they entertain you all the time. Because they might work from home, and it's kind of hard to leave somebody alone when you're just there all day.
So, what music do we listen to? The screamy death kind. Yeah. Slipknot, Motionless in White, Wage War, While She Sleeps, Avatar, Crossfaith, Crystal Lake, some Korn. Let's see. I See Stars. 2012. New Demons. I See Stars. I Prevail. Sempiternal, and before Bring Me the Horizon. Issues. Listen to Issues because we have issues. Am I missing?
I think you got pretty much all your.
I listen to Exotyping King 810. She listens to some grungier stuff and some classic rock stuff.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Screamy death music.
Watching each shows together, yes. We we do kind of like over Skype Netflix.
Yeah.
We go like 1, 2, 3, play,
Yep.
and we kind of sync it that way. The first show that we finished so far, everything that's on Netflix together, was Archer.
Yes.
We also, we love that show.
She thinks that I'm like Archer,
just a little bit,
which helps me. Helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Archer. We watch The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
We're all trying to get caught up on Gotham.
Yeah. For anime, I'm getting her caught up on Sergeant Frog.
Yep.
Which is an adorable show made in 2004 that
Yeah,
was dubbed in 2009.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood's the right one. We need to get her caught up on Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan.
Mhm.
Oh, she's watched Log Horizon, which is the better version of SAO.
It doesn't go downhill as much.
Season 2 is just a dating simulator, though.
Yeah. What is it like dating an artist? So, me.
Well, dating you is a wonderful experience, and I have that on record. Dating an artist is interesting because it's like dating a writer, only they spend more time throwing paper into the trash can. Because they scrap their ideas a lot, and it's things that like, oh my god, this isn't right. And rather, like, we just hit the backspace key, or we delete the file, or if you're one of those handwriters, then you do throw away the book. But her, everything she does is like physical. So she's constantly painting over things on canvases and redrawing things and throwing things away. So it's overall very positive because she's very creative and wonderful and lovely, and she understands like the writer struggle. So that's really helpful. But the thing is, you also have to know that artists get frustrated a lot with their work, so you have to be there as moral support for them, and you have to do this very carefully, but you have to give them some limits, okay? Because like Elizabeth will paint and continue to paint, and then she'll paint too much and it gets ruined. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it looks great, stop.
So then he tells me, like, stop, you're gonna ruin it if you touch it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it just needs one more thing. He's like, no, put it away. But it works though, because whenever I hand in paintings that he told me to stop on and I listened, then they go over well. Like,
they get put in galleries, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
They get put in galleries.
It's actually the little tentacle one I did that you told me to stop on, that's in the gallery now.
See. What do we learn from this? Tentacles are popular outside of Japan. What's it like dating an extrovert? That's one of the questions, since I think I'm extroverted. I've become less extroverted the more I've been dating her, because I'm like, I get tired of people.
I force them to stay in and I hate people.
I get tired of being around people.
And that's not to say that I hate you individually, just
in general, as a clump.
Like, that came out so wrong. I'm sorry. I don't really hate you.
Focus.
Okay. I like my alone time. I'll just
So what's it like dating an extrovert?
Okay. It's kind of hard to understand because I only need one person, and lots of alone time. He needs lots of people. And like he likes to talk to like a variety of people, and I'm just fine.
Diversity.
Yeah, a lot of different people, and go out places more than I do. Just like have friends. I like to not have friends as much, anyways. I have a few friends, but we're the type of friends that don't talk for months on end, and we're all still good.
Yeah.
But
and in terms of dating an introvert, it's pretty easy actually. Like, it's super easy. All you have to do is understand that they don't need to be around people all the time, and then you kind of get them all to yourself, and it's great. You do need to understand that you have to be their recharge. So you have to be able to recharge them.
Yeah, sometimes that works. Like, like for some people, like he recharges me because I'm really comfortable around him.
Yeah, but if you guys just started dating,
it's probably good that you leave them alone.
Yeah, and it's nothing
like, it's
personal.
Nothing personal. It's just like being around people and having to keep up appearances.
Yeah.
Can be draining.
which is why we're just gonna go out on a date after this, which is why I have my shoes.
That's why I'm happy I'm smaller than you, so I can hide behind it.
Yeah.
Hide.
See, so we're gonna go out on a date, and I'll just keep her away from the people.
Yeah.
And no offense to you guys, but this is probably slightly draining on her. But she doesn't have to go out of the house, so that's easier.
Yeah, it's okay. To me, I'm just talking to a computer.
Which is another thing. There are several levels of like social draining.
Yeah.
Talking over text is the least draining.
Yes.
And then talking voice or video is slightly more draining, but still less so. Then being around people is like the worst. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Also, don't touch an introvert unless they ask you to, unless you give them permission. Unless they give you permission.
That goes for most people.
Yeah, but especially introverts.
Yeah.
Because if you jump out and scare her, I'll hate you, but you also make her physically ill. So, don't do that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If this is part 1, just wait for part 2. Bye.
Bye.